Good afternoon, Glasgow! Let's hear everyone roar! My name is Lisa and I'm here to speak on behalf of the women in the Scottish prisons being forced to put up with men, deluded men! And fancy dress! It's called gender ideology, because it's just a fucking idea! I was sent to prison because I went to the police and I took 2 pieces of legislation with them and asked them to protect our children against the sex education and against the sex survey and against my son going in as Christopher in school in the morning and then being able to be Christine in the fucking afternoon. Not on, ever, with our children. Leave our kids alone. So I went to the police, and to cut a long story short, they put me in court and where is he? Where's his face? It was on a banner earlier. Kate was in there. And there was also a Brazilian man the size of a brick shit house, and they sent me to the sexual health clinic with that man and left me in a room alone. I'm 6 stone and I'm 5 foot. He was built like a brick shit house. Hands like shovels and feet like coffins. Now, this man really wants to do fancy dress in a pantomime because he had a massive receding hairline that they tattooed back in for him. Imagine having a receding hairline and he'd had his eyebrows done, nose had been chiselled, cheeks done, his lips had been done, and they'd even given him a pair of tits. But they forgot to cut off his penis! So, when this man gets up to go for his appointment and he stands up, his meat and 2 veg nearly hit me in the face. And that's meant to be okay. Women in society are vulnerable women are put in, and they are being put in with men. Now, yesterday, I went to see my ex-cellmate to catch up on what has been going on since the gender recognition reform has been passed. And I found out that there's somebody called Michelle Lindsay in rehabilitation, and he's now allowed in the general population, and they're rehabilitating him. The women that I spoke to yesterday are petrified. I was only saying, a man has a penis, yes? Does a woman have a penis? No. Girls have penises. No. At the end of the day, it's going to go far wide in women's prisons. They're being put in there. It's not Port and Vale. Now it's put, and they're getting put in for rehabilitation programs. It almost sounds like conversion therapy. But we need to stand up for our women, for our children, and say, women want waste! Thank you, Glasgow. Thank you, Kellie-Jay, for giving us this opportunity. We love you. We will not lose. Ladies and hands up. You lady with the glasses. Yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My name is Anna. I was, and the reason I'm not in Russia to know what to think and what to.
Yeah.
I dislike, violate, and in another group of boundaries and borders. By the nature of my work, my background is prevention and combating of prostitution, sexual exploitation of women and girls. I want to make it very, very clear that the industry of sexual exploitation, the sex trade, with the global trade in hormones, with the global trade in surgeries, with the global trade of pornography, surrogacy as well.
Yes.
And I will be brief, but I really want to say hello, friend from the United Nations, who came and delivered his expert opinion. When were not allowed, when we're not listened to. And the Scottish Parliament and the government, and man, 2 times spoke as if he knows anything to gender identity, how the expert claims, but we have the right to be protected from discrimination on the basis of sex. And the document that he co-authored and he promotes around the world, called the Yoga Carta Principles, which Principle 31 asks that all the governments must eliminate victims of female genital mutilation. He believes that in countries like India, where women already do not have safe toilets, that listening to me, Victor, because unless otherwise, you better change your mind very soon, because women from around the world in Latin America, in India, in Asia, in Magdalene Burns. But there is no such thing as a lesbian with a penis. Thank you. Thank you.
I live for a Russian accent saying the word victim. Something mostly attractive about that. Yes, come on. Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely terrified. I had no intention of. I am disabled. I with people. As you can tell, I'm American. Came here 20 years and was an amazing, beautiful. It was about equality. The equality I saw in this country, it was just blew my mind. And when I came here, I felt so proud to be part of this community, of this beautiful place. And as things have grown and changed, and we've been fed these lies that men can become women, I'm sadly ashamed.
Same.
What I want to say, and what it's so important to me, I run a small group on Twitter
for disabled people. The biggest fear we have is our right to same-sex care being removed.
Yes.
No woman should have to allow in a to give us fake care. We should have the right to say, no, I will not let that. I am from a country that believes in free speech, and I have lived with that my whole life, that strong belief, never let anybody tell me that I can't say no with a cock and a frock, that I have to give me bloody intimate care. No. It's not for small women. Hi, my name's Amanda. Yeah. I've had a few names on Twitter these days. Starmer can suck my cervix. I got stupid Colin Montgomery, so like as Monty has a band again. So I'm now, yes, I'm so happy that Kate has made this happen in Glasgow. So my name says it is what it is on the tin. I was locked up with men, 2 men, and I've actually now Trans Crime UK, and very dangerous men, murderers and committing. Before, when I was in there, I had it that I've never ever do or go through before. For there was a really high risk that these men could rape me.
Shame! Oh my God, you can do it. Go on, Amanda.
And that I could be pregnant, and because I was held on remand, I wasn't taken to trial yet. And I was put in with these men, and how could I go back to my family pregnant? How could I didn't even know if I was going to be kept in prison. So if I was and I was pregnant, where would the baby go? All these things are going through my head. And no one would ever, and I don't care, I've had so much fucking shit on Twitter from people trying to drag me, trying to dox me, trying to be like, she's a criminal, she's fucking horrible. I'm like, I was in prison. Fuck do you want to speak for women in prison? So I'm here to tell Nicola Sargent. Oh, I shouldn't say it. You're an asshole. Nicola Sturgeon can suck a big fart right out of my arse. There is absolutely no fucking way. We put Isla Bryceland, but he was in segregation. Oh, fuck off. Why was he even in a prison in the first place to get fucking looked at? He should have been in the men's prison segregated. This man is a rapist. He has, like the fucking rest of them don't. None of them do. Most of them have their penises, and they are still being put in prison. And these women are so vulnerable. I need people to understand this. I do not care what these women have done or what their crimes are, right? They are put in prison, and that is their punishment, their loss of liberty to be taken away, right? Their loss of liberty is a punishment, and the shame and everything else with it, losing their children, losing their family, losing their houses, right? If they're in there for more than no family outside, they will lose their houses, they lose everything, and they don't deserve to be at the threat of being raped, right? It's just not on. But I do need to also say that the respect and the privacy and dignity is still important. I do not care if these men have been inverted or fucked up with them so that it doesn't work, right? I really care. I don't want to see them naked in the showers. I want to see their big men bits going about. I don't want, nobody wants to see it, right? And please just thank you so much for
just listening for these women. I'm out of it just now, still there. And do you know what? When Nicola Sturgeon making stupid hate laws like this, it could be you, it could be you tomorrow, as in with these men. Sorry. Hi everyone, my name is Linda Murdoch. I am here today representing the Scottish Union for
I'm going to try and do that. If you speak, it means you're not on stream. If you want to talk to the women here, you're more than welcome to speak while I sort out my live stream. And if you want to be, so you want to be on live? Is this?
I'll get a recording of it out in a few days.
Thank you. Right, thank you. Yeah. Okay, who wants to speak?
Hello everybody, my name's Ashley and I'm a woman. But once upon a time, I was a tomboy.
Save the tomboy!
You couldn't get me in a dress, honestly. And I fear what would have happened to me now if I was born 10 years later. Who would I become? I see a lot of responses to the trans community towards de-trans, and they say they were never trans, children that are being, and they're confused. Leave the kids alone!
I wanted to come in right under over.
Mike.
I wanted to come in right.
Oh, it makes
No,
it's not.
No?
There we are. I wanted to come in right behind Sally there to counter that beautiful, beautiful noise with a quiet moment, because what I have is a quiet moment. I'm not going to speak as me, but on behalf of someone else who cannot, who could never have been here today, who can't stand next to, surrounded by women, next to a woman, sharing this absolutely brilliant day. And even although it's chill, that warmth, this just has lifted me. And she cannot be lifted, the woman for whom I'm going to speak. And also spoke beautifully about the way that gender ideology creeps behind doors, not just prison doors and classroom doors, but your own front door, your bedroom door, when you're on your own. And these are the words. I'm speaking for Henrietta Freeman today, and some of you wrote, I'm just going to speak Henrietta's words and I'm going to intervene on them. I'm Henrietta Freeman, and I tweet about the impact of gender ideology on disabled women and girls. I'm a complete quadriplegic with cognitive impairments, including lack of short-term memory and speech difficulties. I was paralysed from the neck down and had no speech. I know vulnerability. I need intimate care 24/7, and I only want another woman to do it. This is personal to me as a survivor. When disabled women or girls who are survivors of male violence or abuse have intimate care, it can be a revisitation of their trauma, a reminder. They don't have the luxury of stepping back to deal with that trauma because they still need intimate care. For them, there is no identifying out. Why then do care agencies think it's acceptable to send men to deliver intimate care to women who need same-sex care? It's acceptable to them because the majority of care agencies have switched from same-sex to same-gender. Many disabled women, girls and their families have no idea. As we know, often we have no idea of the stealth changes. The Care Quality Commission must get out of Stonewall. In England and Wales, disabled women and girls are nearly twice as likely to be sexually assaulted and more likely to be raped than able-bodied women. And this is me now talking, yesterday I found out that women and girls with learning disabilities are 7 times more likely to be raped or sexually assaulted.
Men are more than 4 times likely to be the perpetrator. 1,000 allegations of sexual assault or incidents were reported to the Care Quality Commission in 3 months alone, 45 years ago, including 47 rapes. And it is difficult, don't you know, to get statistics for Scotland. If a man, including a trans-identifying male, in fact, we're scrubbing that term, aren't we? Yeah, let's scrub it. If a man is sent to deliver my same-sex care, says Henrietta, he lets himself into my house, where I am in bed. I can't feel anything from my breasts down, so if he touches me, I am completely unaware. If he assaults me, I won't remember even until days after. Too late to get medical treatment, too late to get support. You can understand why women like Henrietta, women like me, she says, are picky over who cares for us. Same-sex care is a safeguard against the abuse of vulnerable women and girls in society. It's about privacy, dignity, safety. Men's feelings are irrelevant. Control must be the touches us. Can't communicate the same sex as standard. This also affects disabled girls in schools, in care homes, disabled women in assisted living, where there are no relatives to look out, no relatives to keep an eye on what's happening. But Henrietta says, when I speak out, I face abuse. I ignore it. This is too important an issue for me to remain silent. Those who can speak out, and we can, for her, must, as there are many women and girls who cannot. I will never stop, she says, speaking out. There's too much at stake. Same-sex care has been destroyed in England, and the situation is precarious in Scotland. We must protect disabled women and girls. It's our duty, it's your duty, it's their duty. Henrietta says, let those vulnerable women and girls speak. Let their voices, our voices on their behalf, be heard. Let women speak.
I keep hearing cheering from somewhere else, and it's just it just made me think, what are they cheering about? Hey, let's go in women's spaces. Woo! Let's teach children that they can change sex. Yay! Let's obliterate women's rights. Woohoo! It's so odd, and I thought we wouldn't be able to hear them through their great big teddy bear masks. But apparently, fake breasts or big teddy bear mask doesn't actually stop you cheering the erasure of women's rights. Aren't they special? Can I just say to each and every one of those men, your mums are TERF! Or as I'm in Scotland, your mums are TERF! Right, I'm going to pick a Scottish lady. Scottish and wearing purple, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the Sandyford Clinic in Scotland. There was a So there was a report, the CAS report. They reported on the protocols used in these clinics, and the Scottish Government initially said that they would take the opinions of the CAS report into account, and they didn't have to do their own report in Scotland. But of course, when the CAS report came in, it was negative about the protocols used. So the Scottish Government decided just to disregard it, like they disregard every warning they get And the problem is, we are teaching children that they can change sex. And the problem is vulnerable children that have often, maybe had trauma. They might be lesbians and they might be gay boys, or they might have other problems. And that's not a problem being a lesbian or a gay boy, but they could have a problem. And we say you're bald if you change your sex. And we're telling them lies. Absolutely. And we have to stop lying to children. If you're a female and you are other females, tell them the truth. Okay. You are a lesbian. Okay. And women love your body. And do not change your body. A boy and you're attracted to other boys, you are a gay boy. And men will love you. And why don't we tell children the truth? Why are we telling children they're born in the wrong body, that they're born wrong? They're not born wrong. No child is born wrong. Every child is born perfect and beautiful. And that's what we should tell them. And we shouldn't be putting them on puberty blockers that are irreversible, that lead on to cross-sex hormones. We shouldn't be telling children that they have to conform to gender stereotypes from the 1950s. If you're a girl, you can be a G.I. Joe. If you're a boy, you can be a Barbie. You're still a boy and you're still a girl, and you are perfect. You're not wrong. You are perfect. And we should be teaching children that. Who do I say was next? Yes.
I'm here to talk about neurodiversity. What do you sense that to be? It sounds progressive, doesn't it? Something to be celebrated. We want it to be. It sounds like gender diversity. Too, well as the same failures. Police language, the militant ideologues, the scapegoated children. You may be aware that autistic youngsters can be at risk of being groomed in sets. Neurodiversity is a shiny, sparkling tsunami that's been getting bigger and bigger over the last few decades. Membership of this increasingly congested special club is both voluntary and prescriptive, though a privately funded diagnosis will get subscribers to the front of the queue. It is also marketed as a born this way, self-identifiable, special style of being, which definitely sounds better than a disability. You may be shocked to learn that only 2% of adults with autism spectrum disorder kind of employment, the worst rate of all disabled persons in the UK. And you all computer geeks, academics and entrepreneurs. The ones you hear about are, but what about the ones you don't hear about? Like gender, this is no spectrum, but a hierarchy based on functionality and privilege and stereotypes. 1 in 100 people in Scotland are now classed as autistic. Neurodiversity ideologues have been working hard to promote this as a celebration of difference, as long as your difference doesn't differ from the establishment narrative. In fact, their ultimate goal is to erase the term disorder entirely, to blur the lines between the high-functioning careerists at the top and those suffering in oblivion at the bottom, to obscure the fact that these children are chronically ill. The irony is, those with the lowest functional gold star severe autism have zero concept of neurodiversity or gender identity or hairstyles or woke points or informed consent or old age. average life expectancy for those who make it to adulthood is late 30s. But that's okay, because autism is beautiful. Autism is a gift. Autism is a superpower. A dynamic divergence, a joyous journey, so we are told. As everyone here knows, we are our bodies, we are our senses, we are our microbiome, whatever might be going on in there. We are our instincts, and the tiller of evolution, and we would not be here without it. Thank you all. I am grateful to be allowed a voice today. Symptoms of chronic gut disease and brain inflammation are not my identity. Any talents, achievements and intelligence I have are not because of them. This is the public record of dissent. And no, I want waste!
Okay, so, Jesus. We stand here with, like so many of us have these stories that bring us to this moment where we've just had enough, and we can all wax lyrical about these kind of, I don't know, I stand here pretending that I'm brave and that I can say what I like and it doesn't really impact me, but then amongst us there are survivors. There are women living in absolute chaos. Therefore, it's not some latte sipping. It was a popular phrase. It's not some latte sipping, pontificating kind of theoretical thing. It's there every day. And it's some of us are really lucky that we get to talk about it. But there's so many women that don't. They can't say it even in their own houses. They can't say it in their work, teenagers. And if mine are watching, it's nearly time for you to. So I just want to bear that in mind, that we feel so empowered. They also bow down Christ, but we are taking. We will repeal it. We will smash it. We will make it like it never existed, like it was a silly idea inside a man's head. And then we will laugh. And then I'll wear a bloody suit myself. Fancy myself as a tiger, maybe. But I just want us, when we listen to these women, when we listen to that lady talk about autism, or we listen to the detransitioner, or we listen to children even who talk about they cannot speak to their own friends. They cannot tell their friends that they think, this is a verbatim conversation. I think MAPs, you know those minor attracted people on Twitter? This is a teenager. I think those minor attracted people are nonsense. I think they're disgusting paedophiles, and the other friend said, yeah, but if they're no contact, they can't help it. I'm telling you, your children are being groomed. If you don't know what they're doing online, shame on you. Because as we know, the government doesn't care. The police aren't watching out. Teachers couldn't give a shit. Many teachers, and I'm sorry if you're still teaching, but if you're teaching any of this, you're part of the problem. Nobody is telling these children to police their boundaries. What they're saying to our kids is you don't have them anymore. I'm going to help you erase them. Teach you that your boundaries are unkindness. And we have to teach our kids. If you feel uncomfortable, you're right. If you feel your instinct for you to run fast. Okay, who's next?
Hello, Glasgow. Hello. Well, I'm here. I've been in this for years, and I'm tired. But seeing you all today has just been fantastic. But I'm not here to talk about that lot, and I'm not here to talk about furries or any of that. I'm here to talk about all yous. The sisterhood. Look at you, are absolutely fantastic. We have all grown so much closer. We've made so many friends. And I thank all this for that. Because we are not going to be broken. We are going to hold the line. Yes, we are. And we're going to be here long after they've grown up. We will stay here because there's childish fools. But anyway, I want to say thank you to all the friends I've made. Thank you to everyone here today and all the women who've been at this for years. Been speaking and shouting into the void, who are now being listened to, who are now being proven we were right. Because we are right. And we are not going anywhere. We will hold the line. And in Glasgow, women in Scotland and all over the world, us women are never going to waste. Because we are the line. We are, and we're going to hold it. So thank you to all my sisters. And every single one of these are the best. And I'm just so happy to be here. Happy to be a steward for you as well, Kellie-Jay. And, well, can you see it? Can you see it? And just one last thing. There is a protest up at Holyrood on Thursday. Yes, it's with For Women Scotland and Keep Prison Single Sex. And you can make it, I would appreciate it. It starts at 11:30, that's Thursday the 9th, up at Holyrood. So if you can make it, fantastic. Let them know we are not happy. Let them know this cannot go on. We have had enough. Women won't waste. Women won't waste. Women won't waste.
Can I just say, just in case my live stream goes off, which I don't think it will, but you never know, I would like to thank both Joe and Iris, who do so much work behind the scenes, and I try not to mention them because it's all about me. They do so much work, and thank you to all the stewards and the people that helped with the amps and the leaflets and the printing and making this event happen. So can we have...
I'll be quick, I'm not very eloquent, but I'm Scottish, I'm a mum, I've got a wee boy who's autistic and non-verbal. I'm not going to put up this bullshit for him or my daughters. I wanted to come and I'm so glad I was able to come because it's hit or miss if I can even get away. Everybody coming to support the women of Scotland, thank you.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Max. I'm a Scottish lesbian. And I want to say, men cannot be lesbians. Sex and sexual orientation are both protected characteristics under the Equality Act. Lesbians have the right to meet in formal groups without men being present. Excluding men from a lesbian group is a proportionate means of achieving a legitimate aim. Over the last year, I have tried to get support for myself as a lesbian and for a lesbian group I am a member of from several LGBT organisations funded by this government. I have approached the Equality Network, LGBT Health and Leap Sport Scotland. In each case, I have been told that lesbians and lesbian groups are not welcome and cannot be supported unless they say that they agree that men can be lesbians. This means that lesbians and lesbian groups in Scotland who do not subscribe to gender identity ideology are at best left out in the cold and at worst have to meet informally and secretly or risk being targeted as bigots and transphobes. In my opinion, and many other lesbians in Scotland, this is simply not acceptable. Thank you.
Okay. So we have been asked, and I'm going to comply, that due to the violent, intimidating, nasty, pernicious nature of those that oppose us, we need to wrap up. Sorry. Look, we know that this is how they operate, right? And we stood here today, defiant, and we stood here knowing that despite their intimidation, we would speak. But there comes a point where I want all of you to get home safely. You can't speak. I want all of you to get home safely. So if you did have words to say, I'm really sorry if you don't get to say them today. But we are going to wrap up. So, certainly not penis havers. If some women aren't going to speak, then I'm certainly not going to let men speak. But, right. We come here as women, and I'm going to ignore you men. I'm so happy that you're here, so thank you very much, men, but that's kind of it for me. We come here as women, understanding how our bodies go from carefree to public property in the blink of a puberty. We understand as our shared and collective experience of what it feels to be living in this world as women surrounded by men. We can look upon each other and we forget the things that divide us, because overwhelmingly on this, we are united. If you can stand bravely with courage next to people you know you won't agree on much else, and you can keep your eye on the prize, then I promise we will win. If you can make sure when you think of ordinary, you feel extraordinary, I promise we will win. Woo! If you can push everything else that may divide you, that may stop you feeling united, away, keep it quiet, then I promise we will win. Are you ready? And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose. Now, whilst the cameras are still rolling, apparently some of you have it. I never do these songs. But apparently we've got this song that goes... Who else has got the sheet before I sing it on my own? I'm not going to sing it on my own. It goes, we stand together side by side. We never know our rights. We stand together side by side. We know others' rights. Our women's rights are human rights.
We won't let you forget. For women's rights are human rights. This isn't over yet.
Thank you each and every one of you for coming. This is Let Women Speak. If you want to help us, go to standingforwomen.com. Let Women Speak, and you can donate. This has cost a small fortune, so please donate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kellie.
Thank you so much. Oh, how lovely. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Amazing.
Very welcome.
Very, very